This is the official Rollin' Wrestling Review Show here on YouTube, and this is what I thought of not only one of the only dual brand pay-per-views of the year, and not only because it's almost Turkey Day, but because this is one of my favorite times of year, WWE Survivor Series. What's up, everybody? My name is Brandon Duchair Craven, and this is the official Rollin' Wrestling Review of WWE Survivor Series. Without further ado, first up is the pre-show. The first match on the pre-show was a Cruiserweight six-man tag team match between TJ Perkins, Noam Dar, and Rich Swann. Now, Noam Dar actually debuted on Raw a few weeks ago when they were in Scotland, but this is his official first ever pay-per-view for WWE, and they faced off against Tony Nese, Drew Gulak, and Arya Daivari. This was a classic Cruiserweight matchup. There was a little audio malfunction as you could hear Renee Young talking to a producer during part of the match. Thankfully, nothing bad was said, and they didn't have to bleep nothing out. Much like Hell in a Cell, many great highlights by everyone involved. Your winners, the debuting Noam Dar, TJ Perkins, and Rich Swann after a standing, yes, I said a standing 450 splash by Rich Swann to get the win. Overall, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Next up is Kane versus Luke Harper. Now, this match was as exciting as you'd expect it to be. Luke Harper had some really nice high-flying moments. Suicide dive, also a rolling, I'm going to call it a rolling senton into the ring onto Kane. Also a very nice superplex by Kane onto Harper. And Kane eventually won with a choke slam, and I'm going to give this match a 3 out of 5 stars. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the meat of the show, and it's time to get to the good stuff, the main card. Now, before we start, by the way, I will put a scoreboard here and here for Team Raw right here and Team Smackdown right here, so that way we can kind of keep tally of who wins the big matches and all of that. That way we can kind of tally it up and see who wins at the end of the night. Another good opener for Survivor Series, and the first of 3 Survivor Series matches, the women, Raw vs. Smackdown, started the show. There was a quick change for this match. Nikki Bella was apparently attacked in the backstage area and would not be competing. Therefore, the hometown girl and a really great choice, Natalya, would take her place. So much happened in this match. So much like the women's scramble for the WWE Women's SmackDown title, here are the order of eliminations. Alicia Fox eliminated Carmella. Alexa Bliss eliminated Alicia Fox. Naomi was eliminated by Nia Jax via countout. Natalya eliminated Sasha Banks, which was a really big shocker to the crowd and to me personally. It was just really big shocker that she was eliminated so quickly. Natalya was eliminated by Charlotte. Now, the only highlight in this match that I'm going to talk about is a huge 2-person suplex by Nia Jax onto Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss. It's where Becky and Alexa were actually going for a double suplex, but Nia Jax reversed it and did a double suplex of her own by suplexing both of them at the same time. It was ridiculous. Nia Jax was eventually eliminated by Becky Lynch due to this armor. Alexa Bliss was eliminated by Charlotte, and Bayley eliminated Becky Lynch. Therefore, your winners of the first Survivor Series match, the Raw women's team. Raw is now 1-up over SmackDown. Afterwards, Charlotte jumped Bayley, and I think that's going to really set it up really nice for Bayley versus Charlotte for the WWE Women's Raw title, so that's going to be really cool. Overall, 4 out of 5 stars. Great opening matchup. I would have liked to have seen it later in the night, though. So that was my only problem with that match, is that much like Hell in a Cell, the Hell in a Cell matches and the Survivor Series matches should have been later in the show. Next up, for the Intercontinental title, Sami Zayn took on the current champion, The Miz. Joy. Classic Sami Zayn in this match, flying over the top rope pretty much on one leg because The Miz took it out rather early. Classic Miz too, with using heel tactics to try to win. After a weird ending where Maurice rung the ring bell as a distraction, Miz rolled up Sami and got the win. Your winner, and still Intercontinental Champion, The Miz. Overall, I'm going to give this match a 2.5 out of 5 stars. It was a crap ending to a great match. That's the only reason it's going to get so low, is because that ending was ridiculously stupid. It really was. So therefore, SmackDown gains a win to tie things up at 1-1. Next up is the Tag Team Classic Survivor Series 10-on-10 match with Team Raw taking on Team SmackDown. Once again, a lot of highlights. So here are the order of eliminations. The New Day was eliminated Breezango. The New Day was eliminated by the Usos right after. Absolutely shocking to see that happen. The Hype Bros were eliminated by Gallows and Anderson. The Shining Stars were eliminated by American Alpha. A big brawl broke out at this point. American Alpha was eliminated by Gallows and Anderson. Gallows and Anderson were eliminated by Rhino and Slater. Slater and Rhino were eliminated by Enzo and Cass. Enzo and Cass were eliminated by the Usos. And the Usos were eliminated by Sheamus and Cesaro. Therefore, your winners, Team Raw. Overall, another 4 out of 5 stars. Fantastic matchup. And Team Raw is now up 2-1 over SmackDown right here. Whew, I'm getting tired already, man. Holy moly. All right. Or should I say holy foley? I don't know. Anyway, next up for the Cruiserweight title, the Brian Kendrick faced Kalisto. And if Kalisto won the entire Cruiserweight division, not only would he become Cruiserweight champion, but the entire Cruiserweight division would come to SmackDown. Great match between these two men. A huge, what they call a Spanish fly, which is a sunset flip rock bottom from the ring apron by Kalisto. At the end, Baron Corbin calls the disqualification by attacking both men. Therefore, your winner and still Intercontinental Champion, the Brian Kendrick. Yet another match ruined by a crap finish. Overall, 2 out of 5 stars. Raw is now 3 up over SmackDown. That one, though, is technically a draw, but I'm going to give it to Raw because they technically did win. But technically it's a draw, but they are up 3-1 over SmackDown, so 3-1. Next up is the Classic Survivor Series and the final Survivor Series match of the night. 5-on-5, the men's team take on Raw. The Raw men's team takes on the SmackDown men's team. So here we go. And once again, too many highlights. So here are the order of eliminations. There was a couple of noteworthy highlights, which saw Kevin Owens jump off the top rope onto everyone on the outside with a senton bomb, which was really cool. And then later, when the Wyatts, Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, set up Braun Strowman for a flying elbow drop through the table for Shane McMahon, and then an Old Shield powerbomb through the announce table to AJ Styles. Ambrose actually helped out on that one. It was very, very cool. But here we go with the order of eliminations. Strowman eliminated Dean Ambrose, and actually Ambrose came back out later and helped Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns powerbomb AJ Styles to the table. It was really cool. Shane McMahon eliminated Strowman by countout with a little assist to James Ellsworth, who was under the ring apron. Kevin Owens was eliminated by DQ when he used the list of Jericho on, I think it was AJ Styles to knock him out. Jericho was eliminated by Randy Orton. Shane McMahon was eliminated by a legitimate injury after a coast-to-coast drop kick countered into a spear by Roman Reigns. Both of them looked to be really hurt on that one. And it was just it just looked really, really bad. I really hope Shane's okay. Seth Rollins was eliminated by Bray Wyatt, and Roman Reigns was eliminated by Bray Wyatt, with Orton getting the assist. Therefore, your winners, Team SmackDown Live. Overall, fantastic match, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Therefore, Raw is still up 3-2 over SmackDown. Technically, Raw was your big winners of the night. So it was, the final score was 3-2, because the final match of the night was Bill Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, as it was fantasy warfare come to life for the main event of the evening, the final battle. Honestly, I have no idea why this is the main event. It's Survivor Series. Shouldn't a Survivor Series match be main event? It's the name of the show. Honestly, it was a good match. Goldberg's entrance was as always what it was. The security, the pomp and circumstance. It was like watching my childhood once again. However, me and Goldberg are both a little grayer. So, hey, it comes with age. Anyway, Brock never even got out of the gate for this match. Goldberg absolutely destroyed Brock Lesnar. 2 spears and a jackhammer. And that was it. That was the entire main event. It literally lasted anywhere from about 30 seconds to a minute and a half. That was it. That was it. I'm still in shock over it. Even today, almost 24 hours later, I'm still in shock over what happened. And wouldn't you believe it, Brock Lesnar actually put someone over for a change. Your winner, and still undefeated against Brock Lesnar, Goldberg. Overall, 3 out of 5 stars for this match. And now, let's talk about my match of the night. My match of the night has to go to the 5-on-5 traditional men's match. It was a fantastic match. Like I said before, it was a scary spot for both Shane McMahon and Roman Reigns, as the coast-to-coast dropkick by Shane was countered into a spear by Roman Reigns. Both of them just looked to land really, really wrong. And overall, I'm going to give this pay-per-view a solid 4 out of 5 stars. My only complaint, other than it being a great pay-per-view, it was a great pay-per-view. My only complaint, it's called Survivor Series. A Survivor Series match should have main evented. I understand why they wanted to do Bill Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, because there was nostalgia there. I understand it. I like the nostalgia of the Lesnar-Goldberg match, but it should not have been main event, because you cannot have a main event match that goes almost a minute and a half when you've got... The show probably ended about 9:45. And, it's just really quick, and that should not have been the main event. It really shouldn't have. That is, though, going to do it for my review of WWE Survivor Series. Let me know what you thought of the pay-per-view in the comments below. And do not forget, like I said in my previous video, which you can check out on my channel as well, the NXT TakeOver Toronto pay-per-view review, that tomorrow will be my top 5 moments for Monday Night Raw. And on Wednesday, as always, my top 5 moments from SmackDown Live. And as I also mentioned in the last video, coming up probably after Thanksgiving break will be another YouTube subscriber challenge. We did not meet the goal again this time around, but I'm going to keep shooting for that 30-person subscriber mark. So, you know what? We're going to keep shooting for it. So be sure to check that out when it drops as well. And as always, do not forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. God bless you. My name is Brandon Duchair Craven. I'm down for the 3 count. 1, 2, 3. I will see y'all next time right here on the Rollin' Wrestling Review YouTube channel. See you later, everybody.